Good afternoon. Welcome to Postcards from Lowell. Postcards from Lowell. That
I can do it. That's my job. It's in my contract.
You're right.
Lights, camera,
Roll!
action.
Yeah, okay, thanks.
Here's the slate, Bill.
Yeah, but it looks like fun. And you keep taking it. It looks like fun.
Well, if you'd have reviewed the contract before you signed it, you'd have got to do it yourself.
I wrote it. I didn't have to review it.
Oh, well, you forgot
Jeez.
clearly.
I forgot clearly that you get time and a half for not being here.
Okay,
That's
boys.
another
Okay,
story.
boys.
We didn't get a call from that donut company, so I stopped using the mug.
Oh, in today's show, we do have a sponsor now, you know.
We do?
Yeah, it's brought to you by...
Oh.
Don't forget to shop there, folks.
Shop back.
And tell them Chad and Mac in BC sent you. Yep, it's a great place.
We'll edit it in later.
Is it? No, I said it correctly.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
I was just mispronouncing it.
I know. Anyway, a few thank yous. Thank you, Joni, for the postcard from the Lowell sign. Thank you for the postcard from Lowell. From
Chris, Susie, and
Megan
Megan
Jones. Yay!
Yeah.
And thank you, Adam Messer, for this swell telephone.
Yeah.
That's all. Wait a minute, you can do it now. Go ahead, do it now. Okay, yep, and this dial. Anyway, thank you for that, and for anyone that would like to call us.
Yeah.
Why don't you
Show them the number.
Well, show them
It's
now.
useless.
They're not, you know how busy I've been.
Yeah, you've been
I
busy.
even got wood.
You've been busy. Marianne was just mentioning how, like, you fall asleep in the chair at night. You can't find 5 minutes.
Is that the correct way?
Yes, this way.
Thank you. And that's part of the number. Anyway, if no one calls, we don't need the famous chadometer.
Yeah.
It needs a little carpentry.
Well, it's just like me. It's a little loosey-goosey.
Yep. And
You gotta get, what's his name, David out here and fix it.
And you hear my phone ringing back there.
Oh,
Mr. David Chisholm, who happens to be a carpenter. Swell guy.
Super guy.
Yeah.
Super guy.
Yeah.
Anyway, I don't think he's on YouTube, so we don't have to say he's a super guy, but he is.
But he is.
Yeah, so why wouldn't we?
Why wouldn't we?
So today is March 24th. March 24th is the 102nd anniversary of my father's birth.
Whoa!
And
102.
yeah, and by coincidence, in 1997, he died on his birthday.
That's very interesting. That's very weird.
Yeah,
That
it
happened
really
often.
is. It's. I mean, so you have two emotions that rush to you on this day. That
Right.
you know. But anyway, just to tell you a little about him. So he died in 1997, which means at the time of his death,
Clinton was in
he was a year younger than me. No, I mean a year older than me now. So you think of that too. You know, they're saying, you know, that's.
Yeah.
Anyway, he had a good life. I don't want to get into anyone's personal business, but he was lucky to live that long. He had a lot of tough times and a lot of hospitalizations, but he always kept that good attitude. He was just, you know, he would say, he'd get home from the hospital and say, I don't want to talk about it, let's move on, I'm out, you know, and enjoy life. And that's the way he was, and he taught that. He taught us many good things. But he was funny. He had a natural sense of humor. And he was funny. Some of his expressions, and I'll tell you, is if he didn't have holy tomatoes.
Oh.
What? It's,
Hello?
hi.
Hello?
Hi. You're on the air.
Oh, what's
They
that?
want to sell you toothpaste.
Oh.
Oh, you know why? Because they can buy toothpaste at.
Yeah. You're a place for
Toothpaste.
toothpaste.
A prank call.
Yeah.
So anyhow, so as I said, Pop said, in fact, he named me after him.
Yeah.
And he had a saying. He has many a saying. One of them was, we had 5 kids. I don't know why, and I was the second. I don't know why we had any after we had you. I knew that was a joke.
Yeah. He was totally kidding.
And he had some great expressions. One of them was, if he was talking with someone, and my father, you knew he had an opinion.
I think you get that honest.
Well, anyway, so whatever, he was staunch in his opinion. But if he was talking with someone who disagreed with him, he did it very classily. He'd say to him, you know, everyone's entitled to their opinion. And then they'd walk away. And as he's walking away, You could hear under his breath, no matter how stupid it is. Another one, everyone's name was Jack that ever cut him off when he was driving. Because you heard, up yours, Jack! Now, Mary Ann, sweet Mary Ann, Mac, my
Your wife who presses the buttons over there.
That's right. Now, we had been married a very short time. In fact, it's 2 weeks when I retired.
Yeah.
That's still
And I decided I'm going to take a month off, do nothing. And I really enjoy it. I just said nothing. I mean, I worked 29 years. It's time to just catch my breath.
Yeah.
And then I will work a part-time job only. I will never work a full-time job again. So what I did was I contacted a guy I did, for a short while I did some limousine driving for him. Mm-hmm. And he had sold the business to his nephew, and he introduced me to his nephew, and he's okay. He'll do good. So I got a part-time job driving limo.
That's fine.
And it was cool. It was nights out, weddings, anything, and mostly trips to the airport. It was about 40 miles from Logan Airport. Mm. So anyway, one day, Mary Ann, as I said, we've only been married a short time, and Mary Ann didn't quite know all the intricacies of my father. Oh. So the three of us are standing in his kitchen, and he puts his arm around me. He says, son, you wouldn't have to work a part-time job if Mary Ann got a part-time job too, because Mary Ann was working a full-time. And if you saw the look on Mary Ann's face, and he's saying it dead serious, right? And her mouth just dropped. And even I was a little shocked, and he always had this thing, he'd just start laughing and walk away, like he'd toss the bomb and walk away.
Right.
He was just so cool like
He
that.
wanted to make sure that I got up early enough to put the coffee on.
Oh.
And not to wake sleeping Buddy.
That was his other sentence. He says, her alarm clock doesn't bother you when you go off, does that, son? So anyway, that was it. His nickname when he was a kid was Buddy, and I got his nickname too, so that was kind of cool.
So he maybe not the most original guy
In
naming.
No, I'm sure my mother had something to do with that too. I mean, she had to agree. She went through all the pain of having me.
She probably was very for it.
And he went through all the pain of knowing me. So
yeah.
I mean, it was.
She never had to think of a new name to yell.
Huh? No, oh no. But I found out with my mom, when she was mad at me, I loved it in the summer when she was mad at me because I was always tall. And if I had the little bit of the longest hair, I'd go try to hide, and she'd grab that hair, and I was dead meat. But summertime, and I don't know why, but when school came out, they called it a whiffle. It was just a buzz cut, completely right down that, and it was nice summer haircut. Yeah, out playing ball, you didn't have hair in your eyes and that, and it was great. When she tried to grab me, her hand would slip off.
You just look forward to summer.
Oh yeah, please, summer, hurry up.
I imagine your mom had to grab a hold of you a few times.
And it wasn't always my fault.
So Jeannie says, hi, Buddy.
Yay, Jeannie! Hey, thanks for joining us.
Tamara is watching. Hey, Tamara.
Tamara.
Excuse me, yes, Tamara.
Hi, Tamara. Good to see you today.
Catherine Harrington, Jeannie Brazil.
Hey, Kathy.
Hey, Kath.
Debbie down the street, Batalamucci.
Hey, Debbie Batalamucci.
Deborah Ann Batalamucci. How you
And
doing?
Carol Cooper and Chris Todd.
We know her.
I think she may have given you that.
She's related to her grandfather, my father.
Yes.
Yeah.
Right.
You know what she gave you?
Oh.
Justin.
I haven't forgotten. I just want to show you. It is filled with a red liquid.
Yes.
Everything tastes better in my Justin glass.
Cranberry juice.
Yeah, but don't spoil it. They thought it was something really like high powerful alcohol.
Like wine.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Okay, so now we're going to move right along.
Yes.
And I'd like Mary Ann to come over here for a second. And I want you to tell a funny story about someone related to you.
Oh, boy.
And that doesn't mean me. We're not related. Well, we know we're not related.
I don't have enough time to tell funny stories about you.
No.
Oh, you got plenty of time, Mary Ann. Let's hear it. Yeah.
We can go overtime.
Oh, well, yeah, that's a good idea. So tell them to do it.
We have to start a whole nother show called Memories of Bill.
Memories of Bill.
Here
Memories
it
of
comes, Bill.
Yeah.
You know, it's like a big cannon pointing at me. Here it comes,
O-H exclamation point. Bill. Oh, Bill.
All right, Mac.
Because it's Bill's father's birthday,
Yeah.
I thought I'd just combine a story with my mother and Bill's father. It gets to that point at the end. In the beginning, my sister, whose husband's name is also Bill went away on a camping trip with his brother to Alaska.
From Massachusetts to
Bill's
Alaska.
from
That's a heck of a trip.
Massachusetts.
They drove?
His brother was from New Mexico, and they got together and went on this camping trip to Alaska. Well, they went to Alaska and hired an RV and started camping. And this is a bit before everyone had a cell phone.
Right.
Some of them were mostly in cars at the time.
Yeah.
The big bulky ones. So they were without a cell phone, and maybe they had access to an internet. Anyway, they got rented an RV, and off they go, and they're going to Denali and having a wonderful time. And my mother would call my sister Maureen the day after Bill left, and she'd say, "Have you heard from Bill?" And Maureen, no, Ma, no. He just got there. Day 2, same thing. She called Maureen, "Did you hear from Bill?" And nothing from Bill yet, What's the matter?
He should have called you.
Should have called you.
He should have called you.
Day 3, the same thing. What's the matter with him? Doesn't he know that you're going to... I said, "Ma," and she would say, "Ma, he's with his brother. He's having a good time. If there was something that happened, I'd be the first to know about it."
Someone would call.
Someone would call. Let
Yeah.
you know. So day 4, day 5, days... same thing. Finally, I think day 5.
Your mother's worried senseless.
Oh, well,
Wait.
yes. Well, she drove us senseless. So day 5 comes along, and Maureen gets a call from Bill. They're having a great time. They're traveling in the RV. They're going all over the place to Fairbanks and Denali, and just having a wonderful time. Once in a lifetime opportunity.
Hadn't seen his brother in years, so this is really a nice get together for them.
Yeah. And so it just was nice. So, So now, fast forwarded a couple of weeks, and we're having dinner with Maureen and Bill, and Bill's father, Bill, and his wife, Phyllis, at the time.
And your mom.
And my mother.
Yeah.
So here we are. All the in-laws are together, and we're having dinner. And we have a lovely dinner. We're sitting down in the living room, just kind of chatting and socializing. All of a sudden, his father gets up, out of the blue, goes directly to my brother-in-law and says, "Bill, why didn't you call Maureen when you were on your trip?"
As soon as you got there.
As soon as you got there, why didn't you call Maureen? And my mother said, "See, I told you so."
You should have seen Bill's face. Bill Wall, not my brother-in-law. I mean, he didn't know what hit him. And my father, that same thing. He turned and walked away laughing his butt off. It was a perfect
that's a mother
reaction.
and
Your mom,
Bill Senior
yes,
story.
I told him that.
That's fantastic.
That was my dad, and that was her mom, and good. They were good people. They're gone now, but they were just good people. But everyone has their quirks.
That's
Well,
for
my
sure.
mother would call when we first got married, and Bill would answer the phone, and she'd say, "Bill, what are you doing?" He said, "I'm doing a little vacuuming." "No, you're not."
She couldn't believe that a guy would do work in the house.
in the
'Cause
house.
that, she grew up that way, that the women did all the housework.
So she asked me, she said, "What's Bill doing?" I said, "He's vacuuming, Ma."
No, he's not.
No, he's not.
She believed you.
Yeah.
She didn't know me that long, so, that was... Hey, great story, Mac. Nice going. Thank you.
She was something else.
All right, now,
All right, so
I only know them through y'all.
Yeah,
and,
exactly.
I know they were great.
Chadsky, why don't you take my seat, and
okay.
and I'll get it back there. I'll do the technical stuff. You know that I love that.
Oh no.
Oh, don't touch anything,
Yeah,
Bill.
don't touch
No,
anything.
please, don't touch anything. Okay, well, my dear mother has departed us in 2012, and she was a phenomenal woman. I only saw her intoxicated once. Once. She said she quit drinking when she had us. I said, "Oh, great, Mom. That's fantastic. I'm so glad you did that." Well, her and her lady friends from work, we were living in Austin at the time, decided they were going to go out for a ladies' night. My mom said she had 3 drinks. She was stumbling through the door. Some woman had just dropped her off at the house. We were like 15 years old or whatever. And we're like, oh my gosh, what happened to Mom? She's like, I had 3 drinks. I'm like, Mom, you can't even walk, Mom. So we herded her over to the couch and put her on the couch. She's like, I need a trash can. So we we're kids. We're just like frantically, we've never been drunk or whatever, So we go get a trash can, put it by there. No, I need a pot. Pot, Mom? Why? What do you? Just go give me a pot. So when I go to the kitchen, I find the biggest, soup pot we have. I'm like, she's good. I know about being drunk. I haven't been drunk, but I know. So she proceeds to take the pot, lean over it, and flip it on top of her head. And she kept it there. I said, Mom, what are you doing? What's the matter with you? I'm fine. So she picks her feet up and lays on the couch and proceeds to fall asleep with the pot on her head. She's fine. She turned out fine. It was fine. Everything was fine. But needless to say, if you've only seen your mother drunk one time,
yeah,
she decides to stick a pot on her head.
She never told you why she put the pot on her head?
She didn't remember. She had more than 3 drinks, Marion. There's no telling how many drinks she had,
She's lightweight.
She was at that point, I guess. So, Mom, I love you. Don't be do anything crazy up there.
Stay off the pot.
Stay off the pot. Or out of it, depending.
Nice.
Yeah.
Just a quick to that. Every story I hear, I'm so damn old that it reminds me of something else. But quickly,
you have
my parents did not drink. My father couldn't, and my mother wouldn't.
Yeah.
In that. However, when my youngest brother Paul went in the Army, we were all down at Logan waving goodbye to him. When he's walking down the hall to get on the plane, my mother started crying. That was so on my mother. She never showed emotions in public. It was like so on her. So PMA, me and someone else, walked her right into the closest bar at the airport, sat her down, and ordered her a drink. And it was one of those, like a Pink Lady or whatever it was. Some kind, right. Girly drink. And she sopped half of it down in the first gulp, and then had some more. And she said, I have to go to the ladies' room. And she got up and walked right into a wall. So, again, if you don't drink, make sure you have people around you that care about you and would get you a pot if you need. We didn't think we could have got her a pot at the restaurant. I'm sure.
It would have been safer. It would have been safer. Oh yeah.
Okay, I'll change seats for you.
It's always fun when mothers act out of character.
Oh yeah, it's cool. Yeah. And they don't want you to ever repeat it.
Yeah, that's a lot shorter. Whee! So thank everybody for tuning in to Postcards from LOWell today. It's too bad we didn't get any phone calls, but I think we needed a break. I needed a break.
Someone wanted to know where to buy toothpaste at. And don't forget to shop there. They're our sponsor.
Your number one choice for
and toothpaste. So anyway, thanks so much for watching us. We love this. We do this once a week. Yeah. In fact, coming up shortly is the 1-year anniversary of this show. We started April 1st last year, April Fool's Day.
That's wild.
And I can't think of 3 bigger fools to put on a show like this.
You're not wrong.
No. Anyway, and we just love doing it. If it gives you a smile, that's what about. And don't forget, you can watch all our archive shows on YouTube. Just go to Postcards from LOWell.com and it'll bring you to YouTube, or just go to YouTube and punch in Postcards from LOWell, and you'll see our mugs up there, and you'll see these shows. And believe me, they're all super clever.
They're really fun. And, the people that you love that are here, make sure they know you love them.
And we thank you so much for watching us and making this very popular. We're just having a ball doing it, and we'd like to promote the YouTube part, because I don't know how to really get that lead balloon off the ground. So anyway, tell your friends, that's where it is. And when you want to binge and sit down with a big
and watch all of it
pot of popcorn.
Oh, binge watch.
And then you can binge watch a bunch of them. That's the place to go. We love you. Thank you for joining us. Thank you, Mary Ann. Thank you, Chad, for helping. And I'm BC saying see ya.
Same time, same place next week.
Wednesdays at 1.
Be safe, everybody.